In a village that lies at a distance of 18 miles from the nearby town lives Mohanto and his 4-member family. Well. That is the thought that crosses Mohanto's mind these days as he looks at his farm and its potential. He has a smile pasted on his lips most of the times. The yield looks good and hard work was paying rich dividends. Daughter getting on with her bag and heading to school was the day both Mohanto and his wife wanted to see. This peace and quiet is only after KB, he admits. The days earlier were tough to move on with. The crops simply did not shape the way he desired and losses mounted. The worst was the process of drawing water by hand, which never seemed enough to nourish the fields. The 0.1 hectares of land was in a mood of its own. It did not seem possible to rise out of the state of affairs, Mohanto says. The loans at $350 put a huge question mark on his progress. His wife was bearing witness to these sad times with the best possible composure. The children did not find much time to smile about at all. One of the village bullock cart owners says that Mohanto and his hand efforts to prosper did not hold much promise at all. There was a huge gap in his expectations and the stark reality. The new times were beyond his reach. Kitchen fires were reluctantly lit. They were long silences, Mohanto says. Long gulps of water were sufficient. One of Mohanto's relatives says that she looked at his family and felt sad for them. They had to do something with their farm to progress. She feared that they might have to migrate from the village to find some foothold. Mohanto knew the odds were high. He and his wife spent time talking each other's fears out. A van with a nice design reached their village one fine day. They were going to show a movie. Well, movie is always a good invitation, and Mohanto went to watch it with his family. The story touched a chord and most importantly showed him the KB treadle pump. It seemed unbelievable. The next step was followed by a visit of an IDEI business associate. This man tutored Mohanto further with a pamphlet and cleared all his queries. Mohanto was happy. The dealer gave Mohanto the required support. Mohanto was more than eager to lay his hands on this new possibility. Finally, it was time to take the KB pump home. The water from the KB pump was gushing out in all its glory. This was the way forward, Mohanto says. The green cover was good and the persistent work continued. This would ensure that the best would follow, he admits. The results were soon visible and the yield looked strong. The harvest time for both Mohanto and his wife was a pleasure. Carrying the baskets filled was a labor of love. Soon, the market welcomed Mohanto and his presence was celebrated by the customers. Money was good. The children could take the big step to the school, and now studies was the home priority. This was the way both Mohanto and his wife wanted it. Now, the bank visits to save money was frequent and built a good standing with the bankers. Mohanto's relative says that she was happy to see this progress. With KB, Mohanto was saving well. Food at home was plentiful and reflected good times. Bits of jewelry made its way home too to add to the happiness of Mohanto's wife. It was clear to Mohanto, he says, that Bandhan, the movie, brought in the bonding with KB for the first time.